Hello one and all, my name is Ryan Bruce, my friends call me Fluff, and today we're going to check out the Northern Mauler from Revv and Glenn Fricker. When I think of great amplifier tone, I think of Revv. I think of Revv amps. I also think of Canada. And you know who else is in Canada? Glenn Fricker. And together they have come out with the Northern Mauler pedal, which is a two-in-one affair that we will get to in just a second. But yeah, we're gonna be checking out this pedal for the first time in this video. Now, before we go any further, this isn't a sponsored video. I should be getting paid to do this, but I am not getting paid. I am being blackmailed by Glenn. He has some naughty photos that I'm involved in, and he threatened to release them to the public if I didn't do this video. So here we are, but this is not a sponsored video. So the Northern Mauler is a two-in-one package. There is a Swedish chainsaw circuit, and then there's a more traditional Revv-based amplifier in a pedal circuit, and you can blend between those two circuits for ultimate sonic goodness. And I have not tried this yet, but I'm going to try it for the first time while turning the camera on, because you know what? Why not? Now my setup is going to be the Mauler used as a preamp, and I'm going to go into the effects return of my Soldano SL100 just using the power section of the amplifier. I'm using this as a preamp. You could also use this in front of a clean backline amp like a Fender Twin or something like that. So yeah, I'm gonna go plug this in, set up a second camera. I'll be right back. All right, so I have the Northern Mauler hooked up. I have my Ernie Ball Music Man custom burl top Valentine. The Northern Mauler is being routed into the effects return of my Soldano SL100. So I'm only utilizing the power section of the amplifier. In this scenario, I am using the Northern Mauler as a preamp. Now, I have not tried this yet. I have read the manual because there's a split thing that we're going to talk about in just a second. I have all of the settings at noon. Now, what we have here is we have a Swedish chainsaw circuit, and then we have more of a traditional amplifier circuit. And this is a blend knob, and you can blend between the two. Now, right now, per the manual, I have this just to the preamp, the amplifier side, and I'm not utilizing the Swedish chainsaw circuit yet. I have everything at noon. Let's see how this sounds. If it's just a sound of Glenn going, "What the?" then I'll laugh. If it's an actual guitar tone though, I'll be pretty stoked. A quality guitar tone that I would expect from Revv. That's very nice to start. I haven't even done anything yet. Okay, so looking at the manual. So the giver control and the volume controls both circuits, the Swedish chainsaw circuit and the amp circuit. So we need to be mindful of that. The giver is going to add gain and saturation, and then we have the obvious mid, bass, and treble controls. And then on the Swedish chainsaw side, we have bite, growl, and blend. Okay? I'm gonna go ahead, so per the manual, it says I should dial in a good amp tone first and then blend in the Swedish chainsaw. So that's what I'm gonna do. Pretty good. I think that's a good starting point for an amp and a pedal tone. It's not too fizzy. It has some girthiness in the low end. I could back down the low end just a little bit. And let's play with the Swedish chainsaw sound. Now, I should note that I am not a fan of the Swedish chainsaw tone by itself. It is very good for blending with other tones, and that is the case that we have with the Northern Mauler. So let's give it a chance. I will give it a chance. Right away, there's more attack, and there's more, like the top end smoothing out a little bit, maybe? Now, all the way, let's hear the Swedish chainsaw by itself. Okay, see, that's not bad. Real talk. That actually, this doesn't sound like a Swedish chainsaw kind of a tone, because this actually sounds decent. This doesn't sound like my ears are bleeding. I'm gonna blend it back in. I'm gonna go 50-50 blend for now with the amp and the Swedish tone. So notice that by blending in the Swedish chainsaw circuit, I've gotten rid of kind of that muddiness that was present before. Now the volume's gonna go up a little bit, so I'm gonna try to compensate, but let's go back to the amp circuit. I'll show you what I mean. All right, Northern Mauler. What do I think? Pretty cool, honestly. This would be, I would use this blending in with using real amps and adding some color to a mix, and or I would use this for solos and lead stuff. This would cut like a knife for lead stuff. I don't know the intended purpose, but right off the top of my head, this would be really, really great for layering in some lead stuff. So what do I think? Honestly, I'm a little surprised. This is pretty cool. When I read the Swedish chainsaw thing, I thought, oh God, because I hate that tone. Real talk. I don't like that tone. This is a good version of that tone. This isn't the out of control. It sounds like a broken speaker. Isn't this sick? It doesn't sound like that. It actually sounds like this is a usable tool that I would use, like I stated before, in an overdub situation, layering. If you want cut, the Northern Mauler is going to do it for you, especially in a live setting, but also a mixed situation or a studio setting as well. Pretty cool. I will link down below in the description. And with that, you've been wonderful. I've been Fluff. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.